Welcome to Step Up Unfiltered, Season 2, Dubai edition. This is the home of uncensored conversations, bringing you extraordinary individuals where we tackle life's biggest challenges and bridge division. Here with my boy Aboo. If you could tell the people a little bit more about yourself. So, age, occupation, and a fun fact about yourself.
Okay, so I'm 27. I work in tech sales. Grew up in Ireland, but I'm originally from Sudan. Moved to Ireland when I was like 4 or 5 years old. So I did all of my schooling there. Moved here to Dubai at 23, so about 4 years ago. 27 years old. Yeah.
Nice. That is mad. 23, Dubai.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack. And we've got lots of fun topics as well. We'll be talking a little bit about race, dating, life in Dubai, current events. So we've got some really, really juicy topics. But I want to dig a little bit deeper. So how was it moving from Sudan to Ireland when you were younger?
So I was really young. I've been 4 years old, 5. I don't really remember what life was like in Sudan at the beginning.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but we used to go back there every summer anyway. So like I do understand what living there is like. But growing up in Ireland, yeah, to be honest, I loved it. Like Irish people, I think are really good people.
Yeah.
Really, really good people, really welcoming people.
Yeah, amazing. And how did you find it growing up as a black lad there? And the reason why I ask you that is just because one of my boys is mixed race. And I know he had like a lot of trials and tribulations. He loved Ireland. I love Ireland. I've gone to visit him a couple of times as well. But I know he did say it was a little bit of a struggle. How did you find it?
Yeah, to be honest, like when you're really young, you're like 6, 7, 8, like you'll be getting comments here and there, but I didn't find that it was ever too targeted. So like anybody would get that, if somebody was fat, they were called fat, somebody was short, they were called short. Like it never felt like I was treated any different really in any way. In that kind of sense, no more than anybody else would be treated for being different.
Yeah.
So honestly, I didn't really find it too tough. And I remember my dad as well would have had no sympathy for it. So like I remember we'd be like, oh, they called me Cocoa Pop in school or something like that. And then it's just like, you're black, you'll always be black. There's just kind of have to get over it. You've seen how your family are living in Sudan, and this is your biggest complaint. This isn't really a complaint,
Yeah.
Just kind of man up, get on with it. So
yeah.
I think that was a big part of why, like, it didn't really get to me.
Yeah.
As it might have some other people, we just, not saying that people that it does get to have a victim mentality, but it was just for us, it was just zero,
Yeah.
In no way.
Yeah. I really respect that actually. Like I think I've spoke about some of my experiences going to a private school and realizing, later in life when you reflect on it, like, oh no, that wasn't right.
Yeah.
And I was right to be annoyed at certain things, and it did have a bit more of an effect on me or the way I see the world. But I think at the time, especially, that was what I kind of used. Like, I could be in a poor country, a third world country, but I'm at private school. My parents are doing this for me. It isn't that deep. Yeah, a little comment said here and there, but a lot of the lads are still my boys and da da da. So I think that's a really positive outlook on that kind of situation. And as you said, I've heard people even in response to like podcast clips that they're saying like, oh yeah, but people used to call me fat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think from what I saw, which may be different to your experience, it was more, it was maybe a black person that had done nothing wrong to them, a young black kid, and comments being made. It's like come on, boys, like, you don't even know him from nowhere. Do you know what I mean? But I do understand that side of things. That kids are horrible. Let's admit.
Yeah. And
comments get made.
Yeah, and I went to an all boys secondary school as well, so like there wasn't. Like it was anybody could get it, It really felt like that for me anyway.
Yeah, fantastic, perfect. I saw a picture with you and Chris Eubank Senior.
Yeah.
I, funny enough, have weirdly met him. I was used to do like a bit of modelling work back in the day, and I did a butlers and a buff shift, which is where you just wear the little apron. It's like 5-star hotel. And he was there.
Yeah, it's was he just there as
just a senior. I just had a little conversation with him. He's like, "You're gonna do very well, young man." Full stick, still there. Got a little picture of him. But I see you playing chess with him.
Yeah. So he's actually family, kinda.
No
so
way.
So my aunt is married to his son. She was married to him, and then his son through him is my cousin. So like his family kind of in that sense.
Well,
Lovely guy though, lovely
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, like I remember, like I used to see my clips on TikTok or YouTube or whatever, but like it's not like that's how he is though. Like, and he's very very well spoken,
Yeah, he is.
very profound in what he says. So,
Yeah.
yeah, real genuine guy. Really
Yeah.
genuine guy.
Because it's funny you say that because I thought even when I met him, you know, he was doing all like there was no camera there. Do you know?
Yeah.
That was just him being him.
Yeah.
Oh man, when it comes to his interviews, honestly, even that Ben second fight, I was creasing the whole time. So have you met him quite a few times then?
Yeah, it would have been three or four times.
Oh, nice.
He came to visit us in Ireland once, from my brother's island, and it was so fun. Like I was there, I seen like on the stories and stuff, people posting about him being in town. I was like, oh, nice.
Family right there.
I wouldn't say I know him that well or anything, but like he's a really nice guy.
Yeah,
Really nice.
perfect. Yeah, good to hear that because yeah, I've had the same experience, but you know him a lot more than me. Okay, cool. So, how did you find uni? What did you study at uni? Was it similar to what you're doing now, or completely different?
So I studied business information systems in uni, and that's what I got the job here with. So it was fine. Like the place I went to college in, or uni, I know you call it uni, Galway, is loose. Like it was really like most of my friends, it took them an extra year or two to finish the courses. Good few of my friends dropped out as well, but like it's such a nice, lovely city that like you're just kind of happy there and content there. So that's what I did there. And then as soon as I finished that, I moved out here. And then when I was working out here, I did a master's as well in computer science and cybersecurity. So like it was kind of when ChatGPT first came on the scene. So I was like, right, I'm gonna try to get a master's in now before they patch this, like, before it makes it really hard to use it. So I just did the master's straight away, and I went for cybersecurity because I kind of went for. I know AI is obviously booming now, and he's gonna get into AI, but like with improving in AI, I know the security will also have to improve.
Yeah.
So I was like trying to ride this wave. It's kind of like riding this wave, but that will complement it. So
Yeah.
you know what they say, like in the gold rush, they're like everybody went out looking for gold, but the people that sold the shovels, they were the ones that made the real money. So that that was kind of the mentality I had with that.
Yeah, that's really clever, man. Like, I've always said, like the only thing, kind of in my sales career that I am like a bit annoyed about because I know when it comes to sales, I'm good at it. Do you know what I mean? I've been doing sales for and succeeding in different industries, let's say, but like that kind of like vision, let's say, to be like, okay, no, go for cybersecurity because this is what's going to be needed most, and that's really where kind of like the dough's at, really. If you can do the sales as well, you just kind of have to learn the back end information. So something like that is actually really clever.
And with the sales part as well, you see, the thing is, you don't have to be as technical with it. To be, we'll say, more technical than the sales guy, but then you don't have to be as technical as the people that are developing it. So you're kind of like the bridge between the technology and the product.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Perfect. And then, I mean, what can you tell us about what's coming next in AI, tech sales that we need to be aware of, cybersecurity? What do we need to know?
Well, I don't see, because it changes so often. Like even ChatGPT now isn't what it was 6 months ago, and so it's kind of hard to tell. Like it's real. I don't really know how to explain. It's kind of all growing so fast, so quick that you can't really put like what it's going to be like in even 2 years. But I can kind of see like in the next few months what's going to happen. That's obviously like you see how now the video improvements are trying to make it less and less detectable as time goes on, and then but obviously regulations want to be more and more detectable. So it's just like finding out like small things within when you're using the system that highlight the fact that it's fake. Like one of the big ones, I don't know if you know. Do you know what ChatGPT? Do you know that like dash that it does a lot?
Always,
yeah. That's one of the biggest dead giveaways for somebody who's using AI, and like not a lot of people know that. Yeah. But like that's just a very simple version, and that's not really going to technology. That's like front facing, how you can tell if something is AI or if it isn't.
Yeah, I don't understand why they do the dash. That's always the giveaway.
They always use it.
It's always the giveaway. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So what made you choose Dubai specifically? Why not? I know most people in Ireland, I mean, I don't have the exact stats, but a lot of people obviously make the Ireland UK switch.
Yeah.
Why not America? What was that about Dubai that stood out?
See, a lot of people, a lot would go to London, UK, and then a lot would go Australia as well.
Sure. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but my aunt that lives here, we used to visit her a bit when we were younger, so I'd be up and down. So I would visit like 3 or 4 times growing up, and I was like, I love this place. I'm moving out here. And then I speak Arabic as well, so I was like, right, I'll have an advantage here when it comes to work too. So that was the 2 minutes, and then tax free, obviously.
Of course. We all love that. But.
Yeah. And I feel like it's you can kind of come up quick here as compared to other places. Like the right conversation here can make you a millionaire, you know.
100%.
Yeah, I know a guy that's like he's like 25, 26, and he's a private pilot now. He flies a private jet for like some VIPs. Just because he was in the right place at the right time. Yeah.
Have you found that in your career, like a big conversation, or is your career just kind of like nicely gone to the?
No, mine's just kind of for now. It's just kind of
exactly.
Because you need the experience as well. Like even if I was to have that conversation when I first went out 4 years ago, I wouldn't even know. You know, I wouldn't even know how to monetize it, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You might not feel like you're ready at that moment in time.
Yeah.
But there's lots of opportunities out here coming. So yeah, I completely hear that. What does Dubai give you that Ireland can't? Now, I know a lot of that might be tied into the last question, but
the weather is a big one, I think, for me. Yeah. Like Ireland rains all the time.
Yeah.
All the time, and then the fact that the days in Ireland for like 4 or 5 months, I'm sure UK is the same. You know, where it gets dark at like 4 or 5, 6 o'clock. I always hated that, and then it's cold, wet, windy. But like when the weather is good though, the weather is unbelievable in Ireland. Like that city Galway that I went to uni in, like a sunny day there is probably like my favorite place in the world, honestly. Yeah. It's really, really nice. And then the money, the tax free, just the events, you know, the things going on.
Oh yeah.
Like back in Ireland, I remember my first concert I went to was Ed Sheeran, and like I was queuing up outside like before Ticketmaster opened to get the tickets. And here there was like, what was it, one day during the F1 there was like Katy Perry, Calvin Harris, Travis Scott, right? You know what I mean? It's like 4 massive acts playing, and you know you don't have to decide on the day.
Yeah.
Whereas back there, I was queuing for Ed Sheeran. No disrespect to Ed Sheeran, like Ed Sheeran's got a great concert. Great concert.
But there's about 5 Ed Sheerans a night.
Yeah. There's just always something happening. Like in my first year, who did I see? I saw Neo, I saw Chris Brown, I saw like all these acts, 50 Cent, that I would never imagine seeing back in Ireland. I love concerts and stuff. So
yeah. Nice. Do you know what? I've never been to a concert.
Really?
I've always just seen acts like at pool parties or at festivals and stuff like that. I've never been to a concert. So it is something I'll have to tick off the list.
Yeah, definitely. The F1 concerts are always really good. Yeah. We saw Travis Scott there as well, like playing at Simon at Etihad Plaza. I think it was like a month and a half ago, 15th of November, something like that.
Okay.
It was really, really good.
Nice.
Really, really
Did you go to the F1 this year?
No, I didn't. I was in Oman, in Egypt. So
Okay.
I didn't get a chance.
Nice. Yeah, honestly, we did the F1 on a Sunday. Just went up for the day, as opposed to like stay there overnight. So it didn't make it too expensive, but oh my days, what an experience, mate. Like, honestly, that was nuts.
Were you there for the actual races?
Yeah, there for the races, but we basically watched it from the W. But obviously the W, what people don't realise is on the track, basically. So it's a pretty good way of watching the F1 without actually booking the actual tickets. But yeah, that was insane, and like the atmosphere, and obviously Norris is from the UK, so I want him to win. But yeah, like it was so good. Even just the atmosphere, just being around it all, and then we ended up like getting ourselves into Iris, walked past all the yachts, and then ended up on the yacht at the end of the night.
Oh, you on the night, yeah.
Ended up on the yacht at the end of the night. So yeah, man, that was a big day out. Very, very fun. Some sore heads in the morning. But definitely worthwhile. Lifestyle changes. What do you feel like, kind of like, did you have to make any like hardcore changes coming from Ireland to Dubai? I guess for yourself, being a student to a working man, that would have been different in itself. But then again, I guess if you were doing a master's as well, there must have been some big changes in like your routine and whatnot.
To be honest, not really. Like I know, like when I was coming over here, I was told it was going to be so different than what it was. Like if this, like it's quite similar to my lifestyle in Ireland. So go to work, do your gym, do whatever you're doing at the weekends. Like that didn't so much change. I think if anything changed it, it's just like activities really. You know, you have more chance to do stuff like go on hikes. You know, where you don't have to make sure check the weather forecast 2 weeks before. You know, all that kind of stuff. Going to pool days, you know, things like that. You wouldn't really done back home. Going to the beach. So I wouldn't say so much lifestyle change. It's just trying to do different things on your day off. If you're trying to hit everything, you know, or trying to stay balanced in that kind of way.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I came from COVID as well, so like it was still COVID in Ireland when I moved out here. So like it was like a slow transition. Even here, it was still kind of lockdown, but not so much. Like Ireland was full lockdown for nearly 15 months, I'd say.
No,
Yeah, it was a long time.
You done it right there, then,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
Get yourself out of that
So,
situation.
when I came here, it was still, you know, like 4 to a table, 5 to a table, but that was still a huge improvement to what it was like when I left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. So we had a conversation the other day. So you're actually one of the first people I met out here. I think I met you on my second week, and obviously we were vibes then. And there was your girl mate that said the M word like a couple times, and I was like, nah, it ain't happening. And obviously your view on it was like, you don't really care. Because you're like, you're bridging it. But for me, I was just like, nah. And like my thing is like with that word, like one, people don't really know what it means, and if they do, it's even crazier. And don't get me wrong, I'm definitely accountable for black people in the sense of it's our fault because we tried to make the word like we tried to reclaim the word, which I just think is completely illogical. But like, yeah, I was like, for me in my situation, well, what I explained to you was like, fair enough, she says it around you, but like around me, because we were like together, I just don't want to hear it. Like, fair enough, if you're gonna have future conversations, of course, I'm not. Police what? You like allow people to say I'm not, but like around me, I just hate when like people from other cultures say it. That's my personal opinion. But what's yours?
No, that's fair. Like I completely agree. Like they wouldn't normally say it in front of other. Like honestly, like they know not to do that. So for me, the reason like it doesn't really bother me. It's again similar to when I said back in school when we were all growing up, where anybody could get it for anything. You know, to put a taboo on that nearly. It's as if it's punching down, you know, and I think if you look at it as if people being able to say, not being able to say that, but you can say anything because it's punching up, it kind of creates more of a divide that way, I think, rather than, I don't know if I'm explaining this properly, so rather than me not being able to say, for example, you know, if somebody was, see, I don't know if I can say this now, I was about to explain it, so, like, you know, for example, if somebody was, so I don't know if I can say it right, but if somebody was disabled, let's say, and then you're not gonna go call them a retard or something. For example. Yeah. But I call my friends a retard. You know that. Yeah. Because you can't say that because it's punching down. Or what if two of them say it to each other? It's not an analogy.
No, I completely agree. You're basically saying if they say it to each other because they both are that, it's not that deep. However, if you're coming from a position of privilege and saying it to them, then it's punching down. So that's why it looks bad.
That's why I saw that. So for me, it might kind of create the idea to end up by saying that you're punching down, where I can say whatever I want, because we'd be at each other's throats all the time, like taking the piss, like it's a huge part of what me and my friends do. So like if you start putting a taboo on certain things, I find then it kind of creates this imbalance in a way. Where if it's anything goes, it should be anything goes.
I think fair enough. I get that. I think for me, like I have a problem with the other way around now. So bottom up theory. So you got this obviously like you got white straight men that feel a type of way that they don't feel like they can say anything now because they basically feel like if they say anything against an ethnic minority, a homosexual, or sorry, a member of the LGBT community to be precise, or a woman, like it's seen as punching down, and people will sometimes try to claim for it, or they'll be like, "You're saying this to me because I'm black," blah blah blah, and I hate that kind of stuff because you're generalizing something that's probably just a personal attack to you because you're probably acting out of character, or maybe not acting out of character, you're probably just being rude. And I really do hate that. So I understand it from that sense, but I kind of have it from both sides. Right. So like. For me, like, I get like if there's certain words like within your friendship group that you lot are gonna say to each other, cool. It may not make sense to me, but like it's no judgment. Like it is what it is. I'm pretty sure there's some things that other people will disagree with me about. But it's when it like comes to other people that you don't know, because what you got to remember is that word like is so deep, bro. Like that word was used in lynchings. It basically, you know how you've got everything that's going on in the Israel-Hamas situation at this moment in time. The reason why people feel that certain attacks aren't wrong is because they dehumanize that person, and that's what the N-word was used for. Because let's admit, the original meaning is black in Latin, but that's what it was used for in that time. So that's why that word. I don't think anything really triggers me in life. It's just that word specifically.
See, for me, a big thing as well, it's how it's said as well. Like the context in which it's said is important. Like someone's like, I've had people say it to me on a night out, like unprompted, whatever, and I'd be straight bangs and that. I mean, that kind of sense, you know. I'm not cool with it all the time, but like if my friends are saying it as a joke here, you know, I'm not gonna be like, hey yo, you can't say that. Like only I can say it, you know.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, especially because there's more than like they have other black friends in my group as well.
Yeah.
It's like we're saying it to each other, and then you know the white guy, you know.
Yeah.
So
see, yeah, I hear that's a great point because I try and not ever say it myself.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
See that makes some sense then. Yeah.
So then I'm not being unfair in the sense of saying, well, you can't say that, but I'm gonna say it freely around you.
Yeah.
That's where you get the imbalance. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like obviously when it's just the black boys, it's more like we don't ever say it. It's more like if there's like a Chappelle joke and you're like reenacting it. Or
Yeah. Like you're not using it really to describe this black person.
No, yeah. Never that. It's like more like to describe a joke or whatever. But I hear that. Do you know what I found though, which is actually quite interesting? I found that like Irish people and people tend to be a lot more calm with it than like more London to Southern based people.
Yeah.
That's just what I've reflected on, like when I've done all my traveling and working, I've been in different friendship groups.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
would it be maybe like socioeconomic things in London, we say, because they would have like their ghettos or they have like their roads, or do you know what I mean? So because of that, they're all together, and then they're seeing more so how the other half lives. So like the racism is a little more visible to them than maybe if you're out like in the country or out wherever. Because like in Ireland, everyone kind of, even like the rich and the poor people live in more or less the same areas. You know, it's not really such a cultural divide in that kind of sense.
Okay.
And like I think pretty sure Ireland has a law now where like when they build like council houses, that they, don't quote me on this now, I could be wrong, but like every estate will have to have a certain number of council houses. It's not just pushing them all into one like ghetto.
One area. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
So I wonder if that maybe has something to do with it.
Yeah, maybe. I never looked. I thought it might be just a sheer number and volume.
Yeah.
So let's say if there's more black people in a certain area, less things are going to be tolerated.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Fair.
And that can relate to loads of different things. Even like in the sense that, and I'll move on to this as well. This is quite a nice, easy transition into dating preferences, right? So I spoke about this on the pod before. Obviously, I went to a private school, so although I lived in Luton, which is super multicultural, but mostly, the correct term is West Asian, so Indian, Bangladeshi, Pakistani community, more than like loads of black people, let's say, for example. Like, I didn't really grow up around that, so like me when I was younger, obviously I'm gonna gravitate more to white girls, so that's what I'm seeing. Do you know what I mean? And then that changes the more that when you go to uni, you see loads of people from different cultures. Do you think? I mean, what is your dating preference if you have one?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to know. Like, pretty. I love a nice face. A nice face is always good. Like, and then, like, when it comes to race, I wouldn't really say I have a specific preference. But
did you when you were younger?
The question was when I was younger. Yeah, probably I'd say so. Yeah. The ladies like
I've never had that crazy lighty stage, you know. Really? I went more like, okay, I guess around more, I guess, as you said, pretty.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I guess like when you start first going out, because I usually see mostly white girls, so it was mostly that. Not that it was my preferred type, it was just what I was around most.
Yeah.
But then, just pretty, like Asian, then black.
Yeah.
And then it had that crazy lighty stage where you had people like you could just be adored when you were younger. That was what was in, innit?
Yeah.
Being a lighty. So yeah, but I can definitely agree with you. I think like it's more like for me, I like petite girl, gym body, pretty face.
Yeah.
It's not about like what colour skin you're.
Yeah, for sure. And the humor as well, like, you know, the way they carry themselves more so even than humor. You don't have to be funny, but you don't have to walk around all respectable rather than, you know, walking around, you know, shaking ass everywhere. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, let me ask you a question then, because I get this question all the time from girls, and I'm just a very direct person.
Yeah.
So you've met me. Yeah. Like, I say it how it is. Like if I feel something, I say it, and like. When girls ask you, like, okay, let's say you're in a relationship with them, do you mind them dressing like however they completely want? Like, do you mind like revealing outfits, or you're a bit like, alright, like respectful, modest? Like, what's your views on that?
Well, like I wouldn't tell them what to, like I wouldn't be like, no, you can't wear this, you can't wear that. But like if they wanted to wear something outrageous, in my own head, I'd just kind of be like, why do you even want to wear that on a night out? You know, that kind of way. So like if it would be more of a thing where I'd just be like, right, I'm out, before I'd be like, you know, I have to tell you how to behave, or I can't, you know, I have to tell you to do this or do this. You know, but I could not so much like if it's something crazy, do you know what I mean? Like walking around outside the house in a fishnet, like that's fishnets, you know, that kind of, not like full fishnets. Like I like fishnets, don't get me wrong.
It happens.
Yeah,
Like,
it does happen.
Yeah, girls dress mad out here nowadays. You know what I mean? Like,
but like if it, I'd just be like, for what purpose, like, you know?
Yeah. No, I think that's a really good point. Like I've always said, I'm never going to tell a girl what she should wear and what she can't. But are there going to be things I'm going to be a bit like, babe?
Yeah.
I'm not really like, that's a bit mad. Like I don't understand why you want to do that if we're in a relationship and love each other. And the thing is, it's like, it's funny because people can say, oh, they might look at that as like a little bit controlling, which is not at all. But everybody has their gripes.
Yeah.
Like girls have their gripes about us. Social media, that's always a big thing. Like that's something I really can care less about.
Yeah.
But girls, I've always heard that's always a problem for them.
What
Like,
do you mean?
don't want you liking this, don't want you following certain girls, or all girls and stuff like that. So everybody has their things, but they justify it in their own heads.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think as well, like some of it comes into, it might sound a bit corny, but it is a safety thing. Yeah. Like if you're gonna go, especially if you're in a relationship, if you're gonna wear something super revealing, unfortunately there are some lads that are gonna think a certain.
Yeah, it attracts creeps. Like it attracts creeps.
It does, of course. You're gonna get more comments. You're gonna get more unwanted attention. If you are in a relationship, like if you're single, do whatever you please. But if you're in a relationship and you don't want that attention, you're kind of putting yourself in that situation. So yeah,
that's it's not even about looking too good or looking too nice. It's if it's revealing, you know, it invites. Yeah.
Exactly, because it's like at the end of the day, if I've gone for you and like we like each other, I like you for you anyway, and I'm gonna think you look nice naked. Do you know what I mean? You don't need all that to look beautiful. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, no, that's a good topic of conversation. What do you think, generally speaking, about dating in Dubai? This has been a huge topic of conversation since I've been out here for the last 2.5 months.
Yeah, it's fine. Like it's same as ever, really. Just kind of, you have to know. I feel like you have to know what you're looking for before you kind of go into it, because one of the things is the fact that it's so multicultural and everybody's only here, like, kind of in transit or on standby. You know, me personally, I very rarely met people that were born and raised and grew up here.
Oh, of course,
so so like, you know, when there's people coming like back home, like if you're getting to know somebody, like, and you know people around, you know people that know them, you can, you know at least of them or about them, or, you know, something like that. But like, you're meeting somebody here, all you kind of see is what they let you see.
Okay.
So for that reason, I think it's probably a lot tougher on girls, to be honest, than it is on guys. That it's very easy for them to be lied to by guys around here, and, you know, it's kind of like that kind of causes them then to be untrusting, which is then when it kind of backfires to everything. You know, it's just
a good guy,
because there's a lot going on, but you don't know much about the person apart from what they see, and then through that, you just you don't know what you're getting with somebody, because, you know, they could be completely honest or dishonest, and you have no way of confirming or knowing, and then that kind of then play into people's heads. And I find the fact as well, I'd say this would affect girls, the fact that there's so many like models and, you know, all the time everywhere here, that it kind of gives them then a sense of a lot of insecurity would be flying about the place for them, I think. So, and then having had experiences in the past before where they've been lied to by somebody they trusted, it just kind of makes it a shit show then for anybody that's taking it seriously.
So this is a good conversation, because I actually disagree with that.
Yeah.
Just not what you were saying. So I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but I disagree with the fact that it's worse for girls. So why do you think it's worse for girls, when the points that you made were the fact that there's lots of models and stuff like that? Well, guys, let's just admit there's loads of guys with money out here. So it's very hard to be competitive in a market where a lot of women do come out here and they want to find their husband and they want him to be self-made already. And also, do you not feel like men are too as well?
Yeah,
well, I know obviously you know, but why do you think it's worse for women?
Well, see, it depends on what you're looking for, though. You know, it depends on what your idea of like a wifey is. So like for me, it just kind of be like, you know, nice, genuine, sweet girl. You know, like, yeah. You know, that would be just my make pretty, obviously.
You know how simple guys. But this is why I'd say it's worse on guys, because we are so simple. We all want that. We all pretty much want nice, pretty. We don't care too much about how much they earn. We don't care about how famous they are. We want them probably to be less famous, because that comes with its own issues. Nice, pretty, sweet, genuine, loyal, trustworthy.
Yeah. That's all. That's it. Like,
It's a bit very, very basic, but I feel like girls, there's so many things that they like. We a lot of the time, you know, when you're out with your boys, yeah,
Yeah.
like a lot of the time, if anything, you're looking to qualify a girl. Let's
Yeah.
say you've met a girl and she's a little bit rude, but she's hot.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, whatever, I can kind of get past it.
Yeah.
The boys like, oh, she's annoying. You're like, oh,
It's only a bit of an
whatever.
answer.
Whereas like girls are like, right, girls, I just need to make sure. Like, what do you think of him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, one red flag. Yeah, no, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're looking to disqualify a lot of the time, and if you pass those hurdles, and it's like, okay, cool, he's sound.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of see it from that other perspective. Not saying that a lot of that stuff isn't true, and I forget, but I think that's why it's harder on men. But go, please.
Yeah. So I suppose based on what I was saying, as I said, like what I described as well, I feel like all those loyal, trusting, or whatever. See, that would kind of backfire here because a lot of the times the guys that let's say they run into aren't to be trusted. You know, I'd say a lot of the time, we're like the people out there, you know, especially the billionaires, you know, the people that are married and are meeting girls, you know, that kind of way. So in that sense, it would be. I suppose you could say the same though for a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of the time as well. Yeah, fair enough. If a girl doesn't know she's getting into a situation with some guy that's got, I mean, I don't know. You got to be logical though, man. Like, realistically, if you're going for someone that's like a multi-millionaire, that person is going to be highly favored. Is going to have the pick of the bunch.
Yeah.
You're not just going for a guy because you're not just going for a guy like us because they're just nice, genuine,
Yeah.
attractive. Do you know what I mean? You're going for like a guy that's highly favoured. So what do you think he's doing?
Yeah.
A lot of women, he's being highly promiscuous because he can get away with it because he's got the finances to cover it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I always say like when it comes to dating, I always say like I think where we all go wrong is like men, we just are not competitive enough anymore. Not all of us, but in general, generally speaking. Yeah. And men just spend too long moaning about doing anything different. And I feel like women have just become a bit unrealistic with their dating standards. So like, you're going like, you see these dating shows and whatnot. Like, you'll find out what a woman's like ideally looking for, and they'll be like a 0.001% guy because the finances are so like the expectations on the finances are so high, or it'll be like a black guy, let's say for example. Earning 100 grand, like that's rare in itself. That's not even taking into account the way he looks, the way he dresses, the way he smells. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I find dating in Dubai actually. So to answer that myself and see what you actually think of this, I actually think dating in Dubai is a lot harder, and I think it's just because the expectations are higher.
Yeah.
And that's not saying that you can't go on a night out, meet somebody, have a great time. It's more saying like, I just feel like one, there's a lot of people out here, all very, very similar, but two, just some of the expectations. So I had a situation, I think I briefly told you about this. I was kind of had this thing with this Russian girl, and I met her, great time. And then I hadn't seen her for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, because she was ill, and I was like making a bit more of an effort, and I really don't like to be the one that makes more effort. No, that's not saying about paying for a date or anything like that. Just I think the keenness should be the same.
Yeah.
But I understood the fact she was ill, and then I kind of like laid off, and then she came back, and it kind of balanced out again. So I was like, all right, sweet. And then we linked up again, and then like the second time, I know it's a different culture. She's like demanding flowers, and like in Britain, like no girl demands flowers like that, especially so early on. I'm like, we've only seen each other twice. I haven't seen you for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, let's build, and you're gonna get the flowers. Like, and she started speaking to me. She said it was fine. She said it was fine. Said 100% fine. Blah blah. I started speaking.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that. And like, she was like pretty keen. I wouldn't even mind. She literally was like spilling on it like that whole morning about how like this guy was really rude and really controlling, and she stopped speaking to him. I'm like, well, I haven't been rude, I haven't been controlling. I just didn't get you the flowers that you demanded straight away because it's different in our culture. For 3 weeks, and she stopped speaking to me. Like, I just feel like the expectations are just super, super high. I'm not trying to say that every girl has those expectations.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think
you see a lot more of it though, for sure.
Yeah. Like the amount, I think, even like hearing like my friends' stories, the amount that people are very, very quick to just like sack off people out.
Definitely.
It's like, cool, we've spoken that night, sweet, bang. Whereas I feel like in the UK, I don't know what it's like in Ireland, but if you've like gotten with someone and there's attraction there, you're gonna try
Yeah,
see what happens.
yeah.
So yeah, what's your thoughts on?
No, yeah, I agree. I'd say a lot of it is like the illusion of choice as well. Like, you know, back in the day when you were watching TV, you watch whatever is on, but now you've Netflix, you can never find something. As just like a quick analogy for it, like this, I think it's the
100%.
same idea as that. Like,
Yeah, 100%. And social media's F that up.
yeah.
You know, and that's what's the reason why if you look at like dating apps, it's so skewed the metrics.
In what sense?
So like for example, men on Tinder swipe right 55% of the time on average. Women swipe right 5% of the time.
Oh really? Yeah.
And it's because if you just think about it, like guys just realistically go for looks. A girl could DM like her favorite rapper. A rapper deems her to be fairly attractive. You know what men are like.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, why not? Whereas the other way around doesn't work like that because a woman's looking for a lot more usually. Do you know what I mean? So it's just opened the floodgates. And I've like met girls, for example, that like really moan about why they can't find a man. I'm like, it's because you're aiming for a certain type of guy. Because yeah, you might be able to attract him sexually, but can you actually maintain him? No. Maybe bring that down if you want the nice, genuine guy. It doesn't have to be so flashy lifestyle. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that has a massive effect on things. What do you not think? Okay, so what do you think that men don't understand about women and vice versa?
Oh, I know, you go first and let me think one.
Okay, cool. What do I feel like men don't? Okay. Okay, one thing I would say is ambition. I think men just genuinely think, especially if they're not what they want, they just think that women are just like gold diggers and just desperate for money. And I don't think that's the most important thing at all. I think when a woman says ambition, it can mean a number of different things. Yeah, to some women, it could just be a lot of money.
Yeah.
To a lot of women, it just means a man that's actually going somewhere in life, or he's got big goals and he's not a bum.
Yeah.
And he wants to make it. I think that's what the majority mean. But a lot of men just go, "Oh, I'm just screwed because I haven't got enough money, or I'm just gonna have to earn money." And it's like, okay, well, look at all these bloody crypto babies. Yeah, they've got a load of money. Crypto. If you haven't got social skills, then that's nothing.
Yeah.
If you're not taking care of yourself, then it's nothing. I personally think like social competence is what really women are attracted to. Someone that's funny, knows to say the right things at the right time, not weird. Makes them feel comfortable. And yeah, I think that's personally the most important. Like we all met guys aren't the most attractive, but I've got my gear. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's good to like have a bit of everything, but I think that's actually more important for girls than what guys just think. They just think, oh, okay, I'm gonna earn loads of money, I'm gonna be able to get any girl that I want. It's like,
yeah, I just want to say that.
no. So I'd say that's something that men don't understand about women. And regarding the other way around, so that women don't understand about, I think women just because they see the guys that they fancy, may in their head they might think have the pick of the bunch. They think that all men are like this. They think all men are just out here cheating, sleeping with loads of people. And if you actually look at the average, like 30% of men under 30 are sexless. And that's way more than the amount of women that are sexless. That's like women are like 10 to 15%. So not just because the guy that you like who probably has a bunch of options might be playing around, that's not what the majority of men are doing.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, fair. So I'm trying to think of what like practical. Sorry, to go with this answer. So like I don't know if this like when it comes to relationships mainly.
It could be anything.
Yeah. Can you get back to me for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Sweet. So, something that I actually had written down for this episode: the internet decides stories before facts.
Yeah.
So, I think a lot gets sometimes made. I think a lot more gets made of what it actually is. Sometimes these things happen. Yeah, I think it happens all across the world, but I think people try to put like a little bit of a stain on here when it's just not really a thing. Like I think you've been at it way longer than me. like we both know a lot of attractive girls out here and whatnot, and you don't really hear about these stories.
No, never. No.
Yeah, you generally don't. Yeah. And guys in Dubai everywhere. So I mean, yeah, one thing I want to bring up. So there was a so for example, just to give you a quick story. So there was a Ukrainian girl. She was an OF model, and she was, I believe, she was supposed to be going to Thailand. And she went to Dubai on her way. And her flight got delayed or cancelled or something like that. She had to wait another day, and these two Russian said, you can come stay with us just for the night. I think there was a girl there as well, so she felt comfortable, and she unfortunately got violently attacked and pretty much got left for dead. But that was made in the West to be like, oh, it was a porta-potty situation. It must have been a porta-potty situation. And people just ran with this idea without knowing any of the facts.
Yeah.
So why do you think like these kind of things even generally just happen?
I think it's just sensationalist news, you just want a headline, clickbait, this is happening, this is terrible. Like you get more, I'd say you get more clicks from bad news than good news,
That's a great point.
Yeah.
That's a great point, yeah.
So I'd say that's the majority of it, and then, yeah, that's what I'd say.
Yeah, I think that's a good answer. That's why it's hard to get a podcast up and running when you're talking about real life things. You're not going too overboard, and you want to have this good conversation, because let's admit, people are attracted to the craziness, the wildness, the shouting at each other, the fighting each other. Hence why, for example, like the Zeus Network, like Ratchet, Black TV does so well. Although it's a massive disdain to our community, it does well because it's unfortunately what people love.
Yeah, but even for the likes of Love Island, I'd always watch the middle part, not so much the start.
You want
the
the
middle
juice.
part, yeah. And then when it comes towards the end, I'll just follow it on Instagram or whatever, see what's happening.
You're part of the problem.
Yeah. It's more like it's entertainment.
That is true. You need to switch off from work, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, I do think it's bad when it's misinformation, especially about something serious.
Yeah.
Love Island, completely agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm there for the tea. But when it's stuff like that, it's just so frustrating.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. It's hard to know what to believe. And then now, especially with all the AI videos, that they're just so real as well. You don't know what's real. You don't know what isn't, man.
Yeah. That's really, really, really worrying. Really, really, really worrying. And you've been here for years. So how safe is Dubai?
Oh, very, man. I leave my keys in my car. I was home there for an hour and a half over the summer. Literally left my keys in my car. I just come home. That's where I always leave it. I left my passport once and my bank card at an ATM, and I came back an hour and a half later, and both of them were just sitting there right on top of it.
That's nice.
I've never had anything stolen, never anything like that.
Yeah, I remember when we were at O Beach a few weeks ago, and the boys were like, "Oh no, someone's stolen this, someone's stolen that, my phone," and a couple of an hour later, a girl was like, "Oh, I think I got your friend's phone." And just slowly over the night or the next day, everyone found their things, and I was like, "Bro, it's Dubai."
Yeah.
I was here on holiday 2.5 years ago, and we left our door open just because why not? Because it's literally that safe. You see girls all the time, at 2 o'clock, just walking around in gym gear, just chilling. Because everyone's working different hours out here as well. So you don't know when people switch off, but you'll see girls just chilling, gym gear, strolling along. I mean, that is not happening in London at the same time. How dangerous is Ireland?
Well, different parts would be different, so, where I'm from, Mullingar, it's pretty sound, pretty nice spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then where I went to college and Galway, I've never really had any issues, but then I'm a big tall black man, so,
It's benefit.
Yeah, so I can't speak for everybody on that, definitely, but.
That's a fair point. Yeah. I'm not as tall, but I can relate to the rest. So, did you see the situation regarding Bonnie Blue?
Bali.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, wild.
What were your thoughts?
I don't know, because she got off so lightly, I feel like it could have been a publicity stunt. I wouldn't really put anything past her at this point. Because they don't play there at all, really. I know Bali is a bit looser compared to the rest of Indonesia, but
true.
if this becomes a case, then it can't really be just swept under the rug, So she must have had lawyers or something that knew exactly what she could and couldn't get away with.
Yeah.
And whatever you say about her, she's definitely smart. She knows,
100%.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing. 100%.
I think that's a good way to put it, because I used to get really annoyed when I see, especially like your black kind of like news sites like Shea Borough.
Yeah.
Especially knowing their audience are always posting bloody blue, and you know that they're just trying to get rage bait.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Constantly. And I just felt, why are you talking about it? Like, I remember that's when I was really doing my podcast when she kind of blew up. And she's been on some of the same podcasts that I've been on, some bigger ones of other people's.
While you were there, like on them together, or do you mean?
No, I would have loved to debate
Yeah.
That'd be a great conversation. But no, she hasn't been just Petty Things, but she's been on Sinners a couple of times. And I've been on Sinners 3 times, 3 times. So yeah, I would have loved to have debated on that one. But yeah, I think at first I just thought she was really, really destructive. And I mean, I've got friends that do OF. Do you know what I mean? Like boy mates and girl mates, or people that I've previously been friends with. And it's not like I judge them as a person, I just think it's bad. It's like, you know. And so many, I just think, because I've met like a lot of strippers and stuff from when I've been working abroad and whatnot, and usually like the reason why they get into it is usually quite dark. But OF is just like, nah. It's just like, look, I see the buy. Like, I'm not trying to say that everybody's reason is this, but the reasons when you actually speak to the girls is like none of the dark stories that you hear from stripping as much. It's more like, you know, it's quick, easy money. I'm not saying it is for everybody, because, you know, I think it's only the top 1% that own more than $2,000. But it's the appearance of quick, easy money. Dubai, social media, I want to go there.
I feel like social media pushes it a lot as well.
Of course,
like,
it does.
They always bring on these girls talking about how much money they're making, which is then, you know, encourages other people to do. But it's kind of, in a way, I nearly put it like, you know, the real estate here sometimes, where they just tell you you're going to be a millionaire, move out here, do the real estate, you're going to be a millionaire. But like only a very small percentage of people actually make that kind of cash.
That's a great point. That's a great point. Yeah. That's a great point.
And then it's just free advertisement for the platform when they do that.
Yeah, because all these like people think that, because obviously to get like big influencers on your platform, sometimes it's harder than others, especially when it comes to guys. Girls with these OF, I never really did it. I only tried to get one on towards the end of my original season, and that's a story in itself.
Yeah. What happened next?
Mad girl. Let's just say it like that. What was that? Flashback. But the reason why I wasn't fussed about getting them on, yeah, obviously it's amazing publicity. But like it's just easy use. Do you know what I mean? I mean, that makes sense. I understand it sells. But it's just, I guess what you're trying to, is the integrity of your platform, right? And what you're trying to push. But do you know what? I've actually come to the realization that I actually respect her, because I've heard her on podcasts or podcast clips more recently, and she's very based. She's actually very like, she'll sit down, explain why she doesn't feel bad what she's doing, blah blah. Knows that it's not the best thing, but she knows it gets her money. She's happy doing it. You know, you saw the clip of like Lily crying when she did that like 100-man thing. You see her, she's just stone faced at all times.
Yeah, no life behind her eyes.
No life behind her eyes. So she just understands it's a way of making money. If the guys are dumb enough to do it, then that's on them. They're getting their rocks up as well. So like everybody knows what they're doing. So there's, you know, in terms of an accountability thing, like you can't really knock her for that. The ones that annoy me are the ones that like blow up because of it and then complain after, and it's like, no, you.
But you don't think that's healthier that they do that, because it's not a good career path. Like, you know, her doing well from it, talking about it, is gonna encourage not everybody. Like a lot of people would see through it. Some young people might, whereas the ones that have and then complain about it are like, no, this isn't what you want to be doing. This is a dark path. Like,
I feel like that's us getting played a little bit, because I also think that like a lot of them still use their stage names. So it's like, if you really wanted to push past that, fair play, but you don't have to use your stage name anymore. You're using the stage name because you know it still gets you deals. A load of them, they stop doing porn, for example, but then they go back on OnlyFans and stuff like that. So it's like,
no, I get what you're saying. Even if it's not coming from a genuine place from them, like, because as you're saying, they're using the stage name to want to reap the benefits of the time when they're on it. It is a net positive that they're coming out and speaking about how bad it was. For even if that wasn't their intention, but if they're just trying to get them on. I'm not saying that is the case, but if that is the case, it's still better that they're coming out and saying that, look, this isn't what you want to be doing.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate your opinion. I think it's just a bunch of BS. Just because of that reason, I don't think it's
Genuine.
I think it's genuine. I think if it's genuine, great,
Yeah.
fantastic. And like, I'm not when I have these opinions and stuff, it's not a case of judging the person.
Yeah.
It's more of just that in general. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I kind of respect her because she's just like, yeah, I'm just here to make my money. Everybody's done. Everybody knows what it is.
Yeah.
And yeah, she seems like a very, very base person. So go get your money. And even as you mentioned, like the whole Bali thing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if it was a bloke, it probably would have been a much harder time.
Yeah.
She got out straight away, pretty much, in like £10.
Yeah.
But obviously, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah,
she quite rightly said.
She did, yeah.
And she was smiling, going in, get my content.
Yeah.
I know if I was in that situation, I'd be like, nope.
Yeah.
But the reason why I guess I'm so hard on it, because I feel like we all go through situations where we know there's things that we could do. It's not trying to say, me, for example, I'm a perfect individual because I'm far from it. But there's situations that you can do to really raise your stock sometimes, or raise your money, but it's not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And and especially girls, like, let's admit, a load of attractive girls could probably put themselves in that kind of situation, but they decide not to do it.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of a discredit to them for actually picking the morally right thing to do.
And what do you mean by a discredit to them?
Let's say you've been given the opportunity to go ahead and make a load of money, but what you're doing is like very wrong, or it might even be against the law. Let's say, for example, and you've made that choice not to do it, and you're gonna go live your life, and you'll do wrong, you'll do right, but that's just something that was a bit too far. But then somebody else goes ahead and does that decision, and then moans about it later, but reaps all the rewards. That's why I guess I'm a little bit tougher in my opinion.
Yeah. Sorry, because you've done it now. You've made your money when you knew it was wrong. Yeah.
That's it.
I understand.
Yeah. Perfect. Cool. So male sayings being banned.
What do you mean by male sayings?
So, like, for example, it'd be interesting to get your take on this. So, like, me and the boys, because obviously we're gonna have different slang because of where we're from.
Yeah.
So, like, we love saying like the word ting.
Yeah.
Some people, some women, would find it offensive. Like, my mum hates me saying the word ting.
Really?
And I'm like, why? I love the word ting.
Yeah,
I love saying ting. I love saying ting.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be me if I could say ting.
Yeah.
I love the word ting. And like, I honestly don't mean any like disrespect at all. I just love saying the word ting. It doesn't even mean always a girl. It means something else. But like, I feel that sometimes is a bit of a pressure to silence men in this generation for some of the things that we say. But yeah, do you even like things like that? Do you even find that? Like, what do you think? If it offends, if it's something that's so minor that offends us,
I wouldn't even acknowledge it if somebody told me I couldn't say a thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
If I was talking to my mum or something, if she didn't like it, I'll do whatever my mum tells me what to do. Yeah.
I'm not gonna call my mum a ting.
But if I'm sitting at the table and I say a thing and some guy's like, yo, you can't say that. Like, I can say it.
Exactly.
Facts. Or explain to me why I can't say it. And I'll still say it. But I just won't say it in front of them.
Yeah, like I always would go into the conversation.
I hear them out but and if they do make a valid point, or okay, fair enough, I won't say it in front of you, but I'll say it. Yeah.
That's a good word, man. Did you watch the Diddy doc?
I did, yeah.
Thoughts?
I'm a part of it, like the.
I guess your general consensus, and we can dig into it.
I'd say one thing, never be 50 number one, and then
100%. 100%. I like Ja Rule. I love Ja Rule.
I actually don't know much about him other than
really.
50's been fucking with him for the last few years.
Mate, honestly, Ja Rule growing up. Because I'm a little bit older than you.
Yeah.
Ja Rule growing up was the man, but then 50 took over. But everyone thinks it's because 50 just killed him. It's not. Because 50 had Eminem on his side. At one point, he had like Busta Rhymes, DMX. And Murder Inc., who was Ja Rule's label, were going through a Fed case that they ended up winning. So they were quite restricted in what they could do. Yes, 50 came out on top, but when you have Eminem coming at you, I mean, that's a loss for anyone.
Is that because did Ja Rule have something to do with 50 Cent getting shot?
Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah. Well, 50 Cent's guy, Black Child, stabbed 50 Cent.
Okay.
And I believe he had something to do with getting shot. But they had loads of different beefs. At the moment in time. But Ja Rule was kind of what made. He was person. In my opinion, he was a person that made all the guy-girl tunes, the hip-hop R&B tunes.
Okay,
cool. Mesmerize and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a big time in hip-hop, a big time in hip-hop. But yeah, as you said, Don't ever F with 50.
Yeah, I think a lot of I believe everything I see in that documentary, especially the Tupac.
Everything.
Yeah. Most of it, I don't know. I think most of it is pretty convincing. Like that guy is.
That's what a documentary is supposed to make you feel.
True.
Like they were so smart in like
Yeah.
even at the end of every episode, like just remember what you actually got.
Yeah.
Just remember how long you got.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't feel like that man's pure evil though. Did he? Like I do. That's why I wouldn't. I wouldn't put anything past. It probably isn't the right way to think. Just because you know somebody's bad doesn't mean they do every bad thing. But
I get what you mean. He's done enough.
Yeah,
I think like he has no credibility.
Yeah, and like any like shred of evidence pointing towards something that he might have done, I'm going to believe it. It's like, you know, when you know someone's a bullshitter. And they tell you a story that might not even be a little bit true, or you know. And it might be true, but there's just a little bit. You're like, oh, I don't know. You don't believe him. Yeah. It's that kind of way.
Well, yeah, because you know. The boy that's cried wolf so many times. I mean, for me, just because I love hip hop and stuff, I wasn't really that surprised. I feel like a lot of people were super surprised because obviously this opened up a lot of people's eyes that doesn't know much about hip hop. They just, you know, they know who Diddy, Puff Daddy is. But like for me, because I knew quite a lot. I think for me it was more the intricate details, like about like, how bad he was to his friends and the people that he grew with, and how much he potentially had to do with Biggie's death. And my dad's always hated P Diddy. And he just chats crap 24/7. But he was right about that one thing. He's like, he's like leeching up Biggie's dead. He did.
The fact made him pay for the thing is crazy, and then made it up to be him.
That is stuff like that I didn't know. I was like, wow, you are.
The worst.
You're the worst. You're literally the worst. But it's crazy, like how much. That's how powerful celebrity is. Like we think so much on social media. Like let's say. We said something really controversial and people came at us for like a couple of days. So it felt like a really bad thing. You're like, it's probably just been taken out of context, blah, blah, blah. Whereas like, when you're that level of celebrity, one, a lot of people don't say anything to your face anyway. Two, the way he was going through Harlem and even through all the things, he's clearly done the Cassie video. Still loved. Still adored, still loved.
But that probably fed into like his God complex then.
Oh, 100%.
You know, you're getting away with everything, nobody's talking back to you. So you doesn't even know he's doing anything wrong because, you know. Oh, 100%. He's like, he's just in his head, this is just the way it is. You know, if I'm not doing it, somebody else is doing it. This is showbiz.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But yeah, he's a crazy guy, man. Crazy guy. And, you know, he's only got 2 years? 40? Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. That's why. But do you know what it was? The reason why, and a lot of people were saying it before the trial, is because they tried to get too greedy with what they got him.
Yeah, didn't have enough evidence to back it.
They didn't even get him on a domestic violence charge.
With the video?
Because it wasn't on domestic violence. It was like they were trying to put a RICO on him. And RICO is like a way that they took down like people like the mafia. Because it's all organised crime and that person to get that person, that person to get that person. A lot of things that they claim that he did, he's done about this, but he didn't do. Or they didn't have strong enough evidence, like arson. There was like a little story about him setting Kid Cudi's car on fire, but no one really knows it's 100% true. So it's like you're just trying to get him on greedy things where the one thing that we do know he definitely beats women. Do you know what I mean? It's to get him on that, but they tried to get him on all these things to build a massive case. And you can't then. Is that double jeopardy where you can't be tried for the same thing twice sometimes? Yeah. So I think that was a massive L for the judicial system, to be honest. Do you think there's even more to it, like people that you can implicate and things like that? By any? Oh yeah. That's dirty. All the tactics they try to play as well. There's probably people that need him protected based on maybe black men that he has on them if he goes down. You know, that kind of. Oh, 100%. And then they were just like, right, we can't get you off everything, but we can give you. This is the shortest we can do. Well, did you hear that? Like, they didn't really put this in the documentary, but a lot of this was tied to. I'm gonna get the word. I want to get the name of the company correct. I think it was Bellagio, the alcohol company. Yeah, a lot of this started when he basically called them out for being racist about shares that he had in a certain liquor. It wasn't Ciroc, it was something else. And this is when a lot of this started. That's when like the Cassie case dropped and everything like that. So a lot of this stuff, like as much as we know, there's still so much that we don't know. It goes a lot deeper, I'd say. Yeah, because I mean, how rich these people are, like just to pay Cassie 30 million, it's like that. Yeah. This is what I don't understand as well. Like he has all this money, and then like he's doing his friends out of like 15k or 20k. Right. The girl at the end 5k. Yeah. who then asked to help. That's where again you got the goal complex.
Yeah.
Like, how can you have the goal to actually ask someone for
Yeah.
help after you just like you didn't even give them 5K? Yeah, like that's another level of hunger. But you know what's sad? Like, you know, I don't know if you've ever read what's it called? Is it 49 Laws of Power?
48 Laws of Power.
Yeah, 48 Laws. I've only like really read the summary and stuff. Well, quick synopsis. But those are the unfortunately a lot of those evil traits that you have is what has made them so successful.
Yeah.
You know, the ability to not be empathetic.
Yeah.
And just climb the ladder by any means necessary to dunk on friends.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Do whatever it takes, kind of, to get to the top.
To try and be the bad boy, come in with a bloody bat.
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff that he was supposedly doing to the men, I don't know. I don't know if I fully believe all of that. I mean, nothing would put it past it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because I just think. But then again, a lot of these people are just so desperate to be famous or get to that next level. But surely, what I don't get, especially like for the men, it's like surely if that has happened, you're not going to just continue staying there.
Yeah, but it's in the what they claiming that they didn't know, or maybe it was in their head. They're like, I'm in too deep. If I turn back now, I get nothing.
Yeah,
you know that kind
of.
Yeah,
that's from because the two situations were slightly different. But that little Rob guy, he sounded like he was prepared to do whatever it takes.
Yeah. He wanted that money.
So there was like, I hate to say it, but there were a couple funny moments. It's like, you know, sometimes I wake up in the morning, sometimes it was girls, sometimes it was Diddy.
Yeah.
Who is this? This guy's a demon.
Yeah. What happened last night?
Last night.
Straight to the studio with
Bro. Crazy guy. That was a really good doc there.
Yeah.
And it was, again, as you were saying, it's actually really good at making you just believe absolutely everything.
Yeah.
They tied everything together so well on how much of a demon he really was. Cool. So I have got a situation to tell you. I want to get your thoughts on this. So actually, I'm going to ask you a question first. Do you think that guys in general are creepier now in this generation, or do you think we're just, seeing some things online that's circulating? Because you know how at this moment in time there's kind of a bit of a whole, I don't know if you agree with this, a bit of a shit on men kind of generation.
Definitely.
It's clear to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Do you think do you think guys have just got worse, or do you think it's just we're seeing more visuals and whatnot, or there's just social shifts that have happened that make it more of a talking point?
I think it's more of a talking point. I would say I would really say that guys were worse before when there wasn't the spotlight on this kind of stuff.
Agree.
Yeah. Now that it's been brought more, as it should though. It's been brought to light. The people aren't getting away with things that they used to get away with.
Yeah.
So I would say it's definitely.
Yeah. I think a lot of these causes like BLM and Me Too movement, they start for good causes.
Yeah.
And they end up a lot of the time just being a sham or going too far.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happened. Like, it was great to get, the Harvey Weinsteins out here of the world and stuff like that. But then it's also like, then you get also, unfortunately, a big rise in false allegations and things like that. However, I have to admit, because I obviously, with the male coaching business, I do stand up for the men or in a lot of situations, but I also call out men out as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty balanced in that sense, although it might not be the most popular thing to do.
Yeah,
call out men nowadays because that bottom up thing that you said earlier.
Yeah. And I also think that the reason that sometimes I think maybe that it did go, or like a lot of people are kind of leaning towards things like Andrew Tate figures, is because of the fact that it did kind of start shitting on men really a bit too much.
Way too much.
Yeah, that didn't deserve it. But
way too much. And they're still going on. I'm going to have 2 girls on the podcast next week.
I don't.
Of course. Yeah. You're welcome. You're more than welcome. And honestly, like, this happened on a night out in Feb.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get jiggy, you know what I'm saying? And I ended up getting into a conversation with these 2 girls. It wasn't like that at all, but it was interesting. I told them I had a podcast that I like. And this girl just took it upon herself, was like, I even got her on cam. And she's like, why is there even a men's mental health month?
Oh, I saw this video. I saw this clip. Yeah.
Mad. That's how a lot of these, I hate to say it, feminist girls feel.
Yeah.
The new age feminists, not old age, new age feminists feel. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You literally did this brazen to say it. I respected it because chatting her truth.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of people would have just said this in private.
Yeah.
But I was like, as if you're genuinely saying this. And she was like, yeah, my friend ran for it. And I was just like, why? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, and then her friend came and kind of like counteracted her argument. But it's just nuts how like, it's nuts how much them girls have for guys. However, I have to admit. So I had a situation a little while ago. And, you know, I was getting with a girl. We were leaving. And she was sat on like this guy's table before. And I don't know, it looked like it was a bit weird, but nothing too irregular to say. And he like came up and said something. I just kind of like shooting him away. And then, as you said before, you know, black guy, you don't really get any of these situations ever coming to you. When we're leaving, where this guy has like ran up to this girl and like grabbed her arm and tried to take her away. I was like, bro, what are you doing? And he wasn't even acknowledging me. I don't know, whatever he was on. But he was just like, no, you need to come with me now. I need to book you. You need to make sure you're safe. You need to come with me. You need to come with me now. I'm like, what is going on? And because the girl like didn't really like back me too much in the situation, I was just a bit like, I'm not even gonna say anything. Like, I'm just chilling. I'm just gonna continue walking. And then like it got to a point where I could tell she was really uncomfortable. Okay. So she was chatting to him on the table, but it wasn't ever like that. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't even a table. Like it was like a stool. It was a stool.
Where was this? Sorry.
It was basically it was a stool. He had a bottle, his friend, and then they were chatting to the two girls. But there was never anything going on between them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then, so, like I could tell she was really uncomfortable. And then I put my hand on his chest, like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And he started to get aggressive with me, and I was like, bro, this ain't what you want to do. This is, I was like, bro, this is light work. And then the girl got annoyed at both of us, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? How are you grouping me in with this guy that's harassing you? And she was like, come up, apologize to me, and she was just like, I'm so sorry. It's just this whole situation with this guy is just like really like, just freaked me out, put me up, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool, but he's still here. And then like, she's went and done it again because he's like followed her down the road, and he's like, I'm just going up myself, blah, blah, blah. And then I got pissed off because I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, I done nothing to deserve this. And I was just like, whatever. I see my boy and I'm just like, right, we're going. I'm pissed off. Anyway, she's told me that this guy has followed her non-stop and then like tried to get her a taxi. Then she's jumped into a taxi. She screamed at him multiple times. No one's come over to help. And then he's tried to jump in the taxi.
Jesus.
Bro. Like, I had a massive issue with girls, not a massive issue, that's such an over-exaggeration. I had an issue with, you know when girls will say that they'd pick a bear in the forest every night? In that situation, I was like, kind of get it. But you had someone that could have protected you in that situation that you chose not to use. And I understand being flustered in the situation, but you've got to also be a bit smart. Like, that situation, I've never experienced anything like that in my whole entire 31 years of life. That situation was crazy.
That's wild, man.
Nuts.
And was the walk taxi? Would you not walk into the taxi? Was the taxi walk far? Like,
you know when you're like waiting for a taxi?
Yeah.
And there's bare taxis, and you're trying to find a taxi, and then the taxi appeared at the wrong moment. Too late. Yeah, that's basically what happened. So it was just a jarring situation. But yeah, nuts. I've never experienced anything like that. That was crazy. I don't know what made, like, I don't know how you're that thirsty with a girl that's not into you at all. Like, that was next level creepy. Next level creepy.
Where were they from?
I don't know. It was a short while back. I wasn't too sure. Had a little bit of muscle in it, but nothing. It wasn't that big or anything like that. But it was just so strange. I think it was European. But yeah, that situation was just so nuts to me, bro. Like, that was just so entitled, every boundary. So entitled. The guy's not even feeling you. Like, why are you effing up my shit? So yeah, that was a bit nuts. But yeah, that situation did put things a little bit into perspective for me. So I'm like, I've always known that guys are creepy on that side. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why I'm like, look, we understand that some guys are like this, but you can't group all men in this situation. You know, it's like when you had remember that gym trend. But all the girls were like, "Oh my god, she's looking," and like a load of the time they just got the wrong. They weren't. If anything, they were watching because you're filming yourself. I filmed myself in the gym before for my coaching business, and you're gonna get looks, male or not male or female. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But stuff like that, do just put things in perspective like that. That's flipping. Because obviously you know how you and your friends operate.
Yeah.
But like, you might see the odd thing on a night out, and you'll try to get involved if you can.
Yeah, but see, this kind of nearly ties back to that like revealing clothes question that you're on about. You know, this is the kind of people that it will attract. Not that there's anything wrong with wearing whatever you want to wear. Like that's never been the issue. It's just this is what kind of attention you might get.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And you heard the way that they talk to these girls.
Yeah.
Like when they've got them all cornered and stuff like that. Oh, I'm doing this because of this reason. Yeah. Like the weird justifications that go on in their head. It's absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, on to our last section of the day. Thank you. It's been a very good conversation.
No, it's really good, man. Yeah.
But yeah, still got a few more topics just to get out of the way. I don't know. I don't know if you've found this. Have you seen a rise? I don't know if you've ever had any offers or anything like that over the years of cuck culture.
Of what?
Cuck culture.
So I know what it is. Yeah.
Like couples approaching you maybe to be like, "Yo, you wanna come have some fun with me and my."
I had a guy once come to me in the gym and be like,
sober?
Yeah, sober, bro. So, because he came over at first and he was just like being real friendly. I'm like, oh, this guy's just friendly. It's kind of weird though. And then he came back again later. He was like, look, my girlfriend wants to have a threesome with a black guy. Are you interested? And I was like, what? Show me. I was like, no, thanks.
Did you actually say that?
No. After they should have actually seen a picture just to tell the story.
Just to know what I was working with.
Yeah. No, I was like, no, bro, thanks. Like, just take my number. And so I called him then when I got home. No. Yeah.
That's hilarious, bro.
Right, have you?
Bro, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've never been as brazen to say it's because you're black.
Yeah.
But I know the
reason
it's because I'm black. Like, I've done how many seasons in Ibiza? 4 seasons, and I've been there numerous times on holiday. And I think, was it the last time that I went or the time before? Bro, like 2 offers in 1 trip.
Oh, yeah?
Bro, mad.
And how did they do their cold calling?
Yeah, so they're cold calling. So I've experienced it where the girls come over to me, moving to me, and then the guys in the back are like, yo.
Yeah.
But like, not like, yo. Like,
yeah.
Okay. And then they've like both approached me, and I'm like, I would never ever do anything like with a guy, just so you know.
Yeah.
Like, just, I want to watch, or do you know what? Just have your fun. And like I'll wait, like bro, I'm like, what? And I've spoken to the guys like, what do you get out of it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird to me. That's just, I can't wrap my head around that at all.
No, I can't, and I hate to, because I understand that men, and this sounds like a bit of a harsh word, men come in all shapes and sizes. I'm not like saying you're not a man, but how I feel about women is like quite protective. You're my girlfriend or something like that, and like. I don't really want to know about too much in the past. Like, it's me and you, future. Like, don't attack my girl, I don't want to think about another person inside my girl. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, I don't know, is your sexual perversion just gone so far west?
Yeah, I don't know what causes it. It's something I love to know. Like,
who knows? Yeah. But for some people, it must have been what gets. Is it because porn's gone so far?
Maybe it's porn addiction or something, and they can't get
your
off.
wife.
Yeah. No.
Like the mother to your kids.
Yeah.
I've been to like a club in London. You know those clubs.
Yeah.
Clubs, and there's a lot of that. Like, especially there's certain types of clubs where obviously it's like.
Do you mean like
black man fan club kind of thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of this.
Yeah, about it.
Yeah.
And it's just full of like white couples.
Okay.
And black men.
Really?
Yeah. This is the thing. And this doesn't have to be a colour thing, but it's just because we're both black, those situations happen there. But like, there's loads of this that goes on, especially around London. I've heard so many stories. But then, like, bro, even out here, got approached. Got approached Bro, it's nuts. It's nuts. Husband there, just
Yeah.
he does his thing. Like both got a family. It's wild to me. I don't get it. Like again, do I look at you and go, "You're an awful person," and judge it? No.
Yeah.
I just find it so crazy in a general
No, I
context.
find the person weird. I'd say it straight out. Like I know you're not
It's-
supposed to judge or
Nah,
sort
it's yeah.
Nah, you're a weirdo, bro. So if somebody says that to me, I'm like, you're a weirdo.
It's strange.
Yeah.
It's strange. Yeah. Crazy times. Man. Crazy times. What was it? Oh yeah, that is quite interesting actually. That was another story for you. What's the wildest thing that you've seen on a night out over the last few years?
The wildest thing that I've seen on a night.
I saw something crazy the other day. I mean, that was pretty crazy in itself.
Yeah.
Actually, that's two things that have been nuts.
Let me see. Wildest thing that's happened on a night out. Well, I've seen some pretty big brawls happen. Like if that,
Really?
yeah. That not here though.
Okay.
No, not here. Yeah. But like, they were back in when I went to college in Galway. There was a Supermax. You don't have Supermax in the UK. No. It's kind of like this fast food chain, but it's like good food at the same time. And you would always go there outside of the nightclub after the nightclub in college. And it was like on Ayr Square, which is like the big square in the middle of Galway City. And like without fail, there'd always be fights there.
Really?
So like you go on your night out, whatever, you get your food, and then like you just wait outside your square and see what's happening, and
happening.
eventually something will
Wow.
kick off.
There's like a lot of like, guys in shape and stuff like that because it's good food.
No,
Just a
see,
story.
it's just I work for them, so that's just wrapped in my head. So it's like their branding was that it's actually like proper food. So like the beef comes in. It's not because it's like a McDonald's would say, but it's not as processed.
Okay.
So like the beef comes in, the chicken fillets, they're made like chicken fillets. You make them yourself. So but there's just always beef scraps outside there, always.
I've seen some. Yeah, I've seen some crazy scenes, some of the scraps over the years.
Yeah.
Some mad scenes, bro. Mad scenes.
So what's the wildest thing that you've ever seen? So
so I seen quite recently. This was mad. So I seen it. Girl in VIP. I chatted to her, and then I've come back over, not to her specifically, but just come back over to that area. Some guy has just come and just like, this is a day party, just come and just bit on her cheeks.
like
Cheeks, butt cheeks.
oh
Butt cheeks, not even face cheeks,
Yeah.
butt cheeks.
took a bite out like
Took a bite out of it, bro. Like, I'm like, I know they're good cheeks, innit? But like, you're not, you don't
do that,
you don't do that. You're not entitled to those cheeks.
yeah.
Even if you were, I mean, the bite's a little bit aggressive. And like the guys come over and thought it was like, I was like, what the fuck? And I thought it was like something to do with me, and like came up and just apologized to me like it's not even a girl. I'm just
Wait, they thought it was you?
no. The guy thought I was with her,
Okay, yeah.
and I'm just thinking like, what's going on? What comes over you? Like I've been in many of drunk states, and I've probably gone over and said something silly before, and absolutely fine. Never gone over and biting someone's butt cheeks before.
Did it kick off?
Like your cheeks should be safe.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, no, it didn't, because the girl just felt weird about it, but didn't do anything about it. I've only just met the girl, so it would be a bit much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, no, nothing got done about it, mate. Like, she didn't complain about it. She just thought it was weird. But yeah, biting cheeks. That was a new one.
Yeah.
That was a crazy one. Yeah, it's been a while for you months. Yeah. Very, very crazy, bro. Very, very crazy. I had written down what does it say about modern boundaries, but I think, as you said, probably it's just more of a thing, like just more things are visualised and whatnot, or spoken about more, as opposed to things actually getting worse. I actually agree with you. I think things have got better, especially in terms of like just aggression and fights and whatnot. If you actually look at the stats, especially in the UK, they've actually decreased by half.
Like domestic violence or fights in general?
So not so much domestic violence, fights in general.
Oh, okay. Fair.
In young men, anyway.
Yeah, but the drink, I actually saw it today. Like the number of people that drink is like
Positive, because so many of them they're not social.
yeah.
And they're not going out and making relationships, and they're sticking to the internet and whatnot, social media. There's actually a really good professor. I listened to quite a bit of his stuff. You might have heard of him, Scott Galloway.
Yeah,
He's actually trying to encourage teenagers and stuff to drink more.
yeah. I think I saw a clip of that. Yeah,
It's actually a really interesting take.
Like a social catalyst. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made a video a couple of years ago trying to encourage more people to go to uni. So I think that's where you make those social connections. It forces you into that situation.
Yeah,
definitely. Do you know what I mean? And just the importance even from a social side. You know what uni's like.
Yeah. Oh, I know uni.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, really important. But I know unfortunately, I do think the cases on SA has gone up slightly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that is something that does need to be monitored, but nowhere near as much as the decrease in aggression in general. And that's probably why there are censorships now on corn, and whatnot. And I think corn usage has gone down by like 41%, something like that.
Since they brought that in, or just oh, really?
So yeah, that is that. Christmas plans.
Christmas plans.
In Doobs.
Yeah, so tomorrow me and friends are just we're doing Secret Santa, having a Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
And then we're probably just going to head out into McCaff's at some point of the night.
As you do.
Yeah, as you do.
As you do, mate.
Yeah, and then Christmas Day itself, we'll be doing saffron.
Yeah, I'm jealous, man. This guy's going to the #1 brunch in. Everybody's going to saffron. Yeah. I've got the rents, so I'm back in the rents. And I'm gonna come link everybody after, but that's gonna be so fun. Expensive.
Yeah. Expensive, man. 753 hours is crazy. Yeah. I've never done it before though, so I feel like that's the time to do it. And
that's true.
Yeah.
I think we're doing it on Saturday, and it's still like 100 quid.
Yeah.
So what? That's like 500.
Yeah.
So like you're paying an extra 50 quid, but for an absolutely mad one.
Yeah.
So.
It's nice to get dressed up for Christmas Day, like, so why not? Because it's a fancy enough spot. So and.
What are you wearing?
I just got a pair of like linen pants. You just wear them with anything.
Yeah, that's true.
With anything, yeah.
Little shirt, linen pants.
Yeah. White Air Forces. That's all you need. They get you to anywhere in the world, like.
That's true. It's true. Beach club.
Anywhere in the world. You can dress like that.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and then after that, I don't know what I'm gonna do at Stephen's Day, but I imagine something like because.
What day?
Stephen's Day.
Boxing Day.
Yeah. So.
Always stuff going on, no?
Yeah, and you?
So I am taking the rent to the Burj, doing a little family day out. Burj, Mall, the art museum. I want to go to the aquarium. I need to see the penguins.
Yeah.
I need to see the penguins.
Have you seen? Do you know in Atlantis, the hotel? There's like one of the walls is like completely aquarium. Yeah. It's free. Like you walk into the hotel and like there's just fish, sharks everywhere. Like it's actually a sick hotel. That's where Saffron is.
Yeah, I think I said to the rents, like when we do the brunch, let's just spend a bit of time there because they've got the water park and stuff. So I definitely want to spend a bit of time there. But then actually, I think you're actually allowed to chill with the penguins at the aquarium.
Oh really?
Which looks sick.
I've never done the aquarium, not to be fair.
So I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll rush back to my calves for about 7.
Yeah.
For Christmas Eve, so I'll see you there. Yeah. Christmas Day, pretty much similar plans to you. Outside of Saffron, W Hotel, McCaff's. A lot of McCaff's. And then, as Dubai people know, and then New Year's, we're still decided.
Yeah, I think we're locked in, and we only decided, I think, yesterday. Do you know the W? It's right beside where Brass is. They're doing like a Christmas brunch. No, a New Year's brunch. It's like 5 hours, and it's like 750 or something. No, 4 hours. I think it's like half 8 to half 12. And then with like an after party package as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I need to just jot this down.
Yeah. The W.
W Hotel. Is it the same one?
No. Beside Brasty.
Barassi.
Yeah.
So, what's the one Christmas Day?
Christmas Day is the W on the Palm. I think the place is Sobe, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I think you're right. Perfect. Yeah, because we were deciding. One of the boys mentioned B Beach. I'm flipping off B Beach, bro.
I've never been.
Mate,
I've heard great things, bro. I've never been. Yeah.
Mate, B Beach is
the one, yeah.
For many different reasons.
Yeah.
The music's on point, the vibe is on point, the girl's on point. Everything's on point. The brunch is on point.
What day is it?
Brunch is the best brunch as in terms of like food options.
Yeah.
I did Seven Sisters the other day. I thought it was a bit disappointing.
Oh man, so overrated. When I first moved out here though, it was the best by my life.
Really?
You're booking 2 months in advance if you
really.
Want to. Yeah. Well, last time I went, I think the biggest issue was just this. The service was really slow. Really slow. Yeah, like we had to end up going up to order from like the bar and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I think, to be fair, we did it last weekend for my boy's birthday. We were supposed to do surf brunch, but because of the floods, we just saved it to Saturday. I think it was affected by the weather and obviously because people have gone home.
Yeah.
But the music was good.
The music is good. Yeah,
It's
the
still
MC is
decent.
good. The MC is good as well.
Yeah, MC was good.
I think it's the guy. I'm not. Don't quote me on this now, but I think it's Family Affair. The guys that are in surf now, they used to do it there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
Similar
yeah.
type of music, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was a bit like, oh, I expected more, especially when it's the same price as B Beach, and B Beach is flipping rocket.
How much is B Beach?
£8. So I work everything. So everything's like times 5, yeah, four. And you get 4 hours unlimited booze. It's just sick 'cause it's in the day as well.
Yeah.
Everybody's dressed up. Everybody makes an effort, and it gets even busier when the brunch ends as well. It's house, a little bit of R&B mixes and stuff like that, and everyone's just going for it.
Yeah.
It's always busy. Like I actually prefer hip hop and R&B. Well, I like both.
Yeah.
But yeah, B Beaches I'd say a much better vibe. So yeah, there was talks about doing that, maybe even Pausa, but then a lot of people said raves just aren't the same out here, so I'm not too fussed about that. You went to a rave, didn't you?
Yeah,
when I first met you.
I went to
Pasha.
Pasha, yeah. It's good. It was good, but it's not the same vibe though.
It's not
Yeah.
For different reasons. Which you won't go into. Yeah, no, I completely agree. I'm not in any rush to do it unless someone really, really wants to.
Yeah, they are good fun though. That being said, like it's just like it's just a different, literally just a different vibe. But it's kind of like being in a really big nightclub. Sometimes. Yeah, like an outdoor nightclub or something. But it's fun.
Yeah. To be fair, as you know yourself, like most things in flipping Dubes is fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love Feb30.
Yeah, 5:30 is good.
Where's your favourite place to go? Macau?
Macau. No, I like surf. But like,
I haven't done surf.
yeah, surf
Since
is
I've been
good.
back at it.
Yeah, surf is good. Surf is good.
Yeah.
But see, Macaf is kind of a lot chiller. So most of the nights I'd be out would be after a boat because we have the boat
Yeah,
riding
'cause you have the
company.
boat
Yeah.
ride,
And after that you don't really want to go to a club. You're happy to just
Of
sit around,
course, yeah,
sit around, chat away to like the people on the boats, meet some friends.
Yeah.
So that's why we'd be in Macaf so much of the time. But like if we're just having our own like outing, we'd probably end up there maybe like 12 o'clock or something. But we'd usually just find something to do, something new.
Yeah.
Cabo was a really good brunch as well.
Cabo, yeah. I've heard someone mention Cabo actually. So Cabo, that's a good one to jot down. Sorry, new in the bar, so I just have to make sure, going to the right spots from my boy. Oh, the boat. Did you want to promote anything about the boat? Mention about the boat?
Yeah, so we do boat parties for groups of anywhere from 15 plus. You get food, drink, all included on the boat, on the price of the tickets. So we charge $3.50 per person. You get your 4 hours on the boat, everything included, DJ, food. Yeah. And if you want to do a brunch afterwards, we have partnerships with a few places. Let us know.
Nice, perfect. Yeah. I've seen you guys will come back from the boat in the Murray.
Yeah.
Everyone seems like they have a good time. The Halloween one looked really good.
The Halloween was serious,
actually. It
yeah.
did look really, really good. How often do you do the boats? Or they just as and when?
So like we do private ones. We have them nearly every week. Like multiple every week. Like we're averaging this year now. Like see, most of my friends would be teachers. A lot of the other people would be teacher, and that'd be most of our clients. So we kind of go by the school calendar. So we'd say the year starts in September. Yeah, we've had about three every week, and then we do the what's it called?
Three every week.
Yeah.
3 boats every week.
3 boats a week. Yeah,
Wow.
usually on the weekends. Yeah. So.
And you're on every boat.
Not every boat. No.
Oh, okay.
So it depends. Like if there's one Friday, one Saturday, I do both. But we have loads of other people that work for us as well that know.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And then the public ones, we do them maybe once every 2-3 months. So we had our Halloween one. That was our first public one. We're thinking of doing one for Valentine's Day as well, like some sort of mixer kind of. Yeah. And then our biggest one is St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, so that would be on like the 7th of March, I think.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, I think.
Yeah.
Really, really good idea. Although that clash with Ramadan. Oh yeah, that wouldn't really affect things, would it? You'd still be able to do the boat though. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that boat party does look really good, guys. So yeah, I've said that I definitely want to jump on it at some point. So yeah, big up you for having a little side business as well, a fun side business.
Yeah, it's good fun. Doing it with all my friends as well, like so.
Yeah, I really want to get. I know I was speaking to you about. I really want to get into events myself because that's like my bread and butter.
Yeah.
I've done in Ibiza and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely want to do something like that myself. So there's definitely some conversations to be had,
100%,
my bro.
100%. Yeah.
What lesson has moving to Dubai taught you? Because obviously so many people, even me for quite a few years, have spoken about moving to Dubai but haven't bit the bullet.
Yeah.
What lesson has it taught you, and what would you take? What would you say to somebody that's thinking about making that leap?
I think there's definitely a lot going on here that you'll be able to enjoy if you find the right group of people here.
Yeah.
And like one big thing is just don't let the people around you change you kind of. Try find your people rather than just fit in with the first group of people that you meet.
That's a great shot.
Yeah.
Did you find anything like that yourself, or is it more from what you've seen from other
yeah,
people?
with some people, like the first few people that I met when I moved out here, I'm still close to most of them.
Yeah.
But like there was a few of them, and one of them I would have been a lot closer to at the start. Where I was just like, it just took me a while to be like, you're just not a good guy. Like you're just you're just the worst. Like, but like because I had moved out and like we were friends straight away, I kind of felt attached to him for a lot longer. Then like that's my but when like he wasn't, that kind of like it's not uni, it's not whatever. You're not in school. There's millions of people here.
Yeah. Facts.
So if people aren't your vibe, don't just keep hanging with them because.
That's a really good answer, man. Because even when I've met people, especially like when I chat to girls or whatever, they're always like a bit jealous of the fact that like we see my pals and stuff, we've all become very close very quickly on.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of girls out here really. I know girls always usually struggle a little bit more, but they're just like it's heightened out here because of unfortunately some of that fake perception that you get.
Yeah.
Like really struggle to make friends, or people seem like your friend and then they won't be there for you when you're there. But I think as guys, we're just so straight up with each other. Bro, stop being a flipping idiot. Well, we'll call each other out so you don't have as many of those issues. But I think that's a really, really good shout. Like, make sure that was actually my main thing about being here. Obviously, you want to make money and all that kind of stuff, but like having a good core of boys. And I was fortunate to know like two people out here. One I barely see him. But then we've kind of just like molded the group. He's had his friends come in. I've met people, and we've all just met or friends of friends. We've all created like a really nice group. But you're right, you can meet really, really sound people. There's loads.
Like one of my best friends, because when I moved out, I didn't know anybody. But one of my best friends from uni was here before me, and he put me onto one of the guys, and I actually live with him now. Like the guy, he's one of my best friends now. I live with him. He's the one that that started the boats as well. Like so, So I got really lucky in that sense as well,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It can take some people a long time.
Years. People are unhappy after
years.
Yeah.
It's very community based here as well, like,
Yeah, 100%. You're seeing people all the time.
It's
a small place, which I've started to realise.
It is.
Especially when Cath.
You always see the same people around.
Always see the same people. And starting to get it, man.
It's like 4 million people though crammed into such a small place. Like so.
Facts. Yeah, I couldn't agree, and I couldn't agree more. And then obviously the popping events, all being like young business professionals, pretty much. All gonna gravitate to pretty much the same sort of events as well. So yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. And I always like to kind of like do like a little mini question especially for young men, for example. And I think you're 27, so you're a few years younger than me. What kind of advice would you give? Because I feel like young men are really kind of like going through it at this moment in time, finding their place in the world. Like you mentioned a little while ago, that's why some people are gravitating to a tape, for example, because they're just not too sure of like how to act, to move. People obviously will see you having a lit time on socials and in Dubai and whatnot. Like, what advice? I know it's maybe a multifaceted answer, but what advice, if you could, would you give to like young men that are just struggling with confidence or where they should do in life?
Just find what you're good at. Find things that you're good at. Lock into things that you're good at. Find things that make you money. Lock into those, and then like if you don't know what to do with other stuff, focus on those. And then gym, big one, gym, and then everything else will come. Really, you don't always have to have the destination in front of you, but just like do those. If you do those 3 things, you're gonna be okay.
I think that's a really good shout. And even when it comes to gym, I always say in my male self-improvement business, Step Up Coaching, that even if so I had a conversation with a guy that's like really, really far on the left. And he was saying, you shouldn't ever change yourself for women, and I said, look, you have to be really honest about the state of the dating market. You do have, like, self-improvement is huge if you want to get results. And I was saying it doesn't have to be the gym, but fitness in general should be at the forefront. That's going to make you feel better, it's going to make you look better, it's going to make you more confident. It doesn't have to be the gym, but find something, whether it's running, whether it's bloody walking, an hour a day. It's going to make you feel better, obviously, if you're in someone like Dubai like us, get that vitamin sun.
Yeah.
Get that vitamin sun on you.
But that makes no sense. Don't try to change. You should always try to like improve.
Always
like, maybe
try
don't
to
change like the person that you are per se, but like you try. You can even if it is the person. Like if you think this, all right, I'm not very good at this. I'll improve at this. Maybe I act this way when this happened. I shouldn't be acting that way. Like saying that you shouldn't change yourself. Like you should always be trying
exactly
to change it for the better. Like
yeah,
but not based
having accountability.
Yeah, not based on other people's perceptions. But
Yes.
like you yourself know things that you can improve on.
Yeah, and you know how you feel when you've had a week of crap eating compared to a week of eating clean, or even clean eating still the foods that you like, but restricting yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a bit that there's a huge difference. So no, I think that's a really really good point regarding self improvement.
Yeah.
Where young men can grow, and that pretty much takes us to the end of the episode. Thank you so much for coming on. My first guest, my bro. Was there anything that you want to promote just before we end the stream?
No.
All good. You guys know that he's a man for boat parties. Texas in Dubai, been here for a good minute as well. And yeah, man, you're always having a good time when you're out with your boys.
Yeah, good.
So yeah, thank you for coming on the podcast episodes.
Thanks for having me.
We'll have more coming. Sorry it's taken a while, guys, but this is just the start of the Dubai edition. Peace out.